These people got a racket going. It's a racket. I don't care what nobody say. It's clearly a racket, because 90% of seniors, they don't know. So if you give me a list of 11 doctor's appointments, they're just going to go to they're not going to question anything. They're just going to go. And especially if they don't have somebody with them advocating on their behalf. So these people just getting money. Good morning. Happy day 189 of the 365 day vlog challenge. I am rushing to pick up Aunt Lanie for her appointment this morning, and then we have work, and of course today is a Wednesday, so we have our class this evening after work. Made it barely on time, barely. Okay, the work day is done. We're almost to class, but I've been thinking about something since this morning when I took my aunt to the doctors. So she has a Hispanic doctor. I guess she's in their network or whatever, but this is just irking me. Now when she got out of the hospital, they referred her to 3 specialists, right? She had to go see 3 specialists, but she didn't have a primary, so we had to get her a primary. So the only reason we going to this doctor is because she needed a primary to refer her to the specialist that she needed to see. That's it. Like, that's the only reason that we're going to this particular doctor. So after the first, what kind of car is that? Sorry, you know I'm easily distracted. A VinFast, V-I-N-F-A-S-T. I ain't never heard of that. Either way, okay, so listen. So we go to the doctor's appointment. Somehow, I didn't take her to her very first appointment. I had a conflict, so her friend took her to her very first appointment. And so when she came back, she told me the doctor was a woman, and I was like, no, your doctor is a man. His name is Ricardo. And she said, that's not who I saw. So I was like, but you needed to see him to get the referral because he is your primary. So I got frustrated because I'm like, what was the point of you even going to see this doctor when they couldn't help you no way? Like, when we made the appointment, we explained what the situation is, why she needed to see him specifically. And ain't no spots over here. Oh yeah, here go one on the very end. Why she needed to see Dr. Ricardo specifically, because she needed a referrals because, you know, of her hospitalization. Okay, so I'm like, okay, you know, it's a language barrier. Maybe it was lost in translation, you know, whatever. Okay, things happen, no problem. So they made her another appointment. I ain't gonna be able to get this story out quick enough because I gotta go. They made her another appointment to see him. I gotta take this with me. I had to tell you later because I gotta run because I am right on the minute. All right, I'll finish the story later. And but we gotta finish this chat about this Las Mercedes clinics. All right, let me get in the car. I'll be back. So anywho, I did not go with my aunt to her first doctor's appointment with this new doctor because we had a conflict. That's where we left off. Now, we established that she only needed to see this primary to get 3 referrals. Okay, so we caught up. She goes to the appointment, and like I told you, she said that's not the doctor that she went to see. So I'm like, okay, I'm confused, but okay, whatever. So we go to her next appointment. No, we got to get an appointment. Let me get this right. So she goes to the first appointment without me. She don't see the doctor that she need to see because he wasn't available. They gave her to another doctor. Mind you, The whole point of her going to this doctor, because we need these referrals, and she's supposed to see these people within 10 days of getting out of the hospital. We already a week past the 10 days at this point that she's gone to see this other doctor. So they tell her she got to make another appointment to see her primary, which that's what that appointment was supposed to be. Okay, no problem. Everybody speaks Spanish. That's not a problem. I'm married to a Spanish speaking person. So, you know, we could work around it. They speak some English, but it's very broken English. Hold on. I'm about to get in trouble because the police over there. I cut my light off. So, getting someone on the phone, because everybody speaks Spanish, they're like, hold on, let me get you somebody. And you on hold for 20 minutes sometime to just get somebody to schedule this appointment. We go back and forth. It take us 3 days to get the appointment for her to see the primary. 3 days it took us to get this appointment. Oh, we're gonna call you back. We're gonna call you back. Stand by. Somebody's gonna call you back in an hour or two. Never call back. 3 days. Finally, we get this chick named Eileen. She calls. She speaks perfect English. Cool. She gets us situated. She gets us an appointment. We go to the appointment. We meet her primary. So he orders, you know, some labs, and he says, "I'll see you. We're gonna run labs today." They got a lab person right there in the office, which I applaud them. It's very, very convenient. Like I said last time we talked about her doctor, the offices are absolutely beautiful, like immaculate. You look like you could eat off the floors of the offices. The office is so nice. I didn't take no video when we were in there. The next time I take her, I'm gonna take a video of it, of the office. But either way, he gets labs for her. He says, "I want to check these labs, and then I want you to come back next week," because he knows she needs these referrals. He said he doesn't want to do the referral until he gets this lab work back. Okay, no problem. We go out to the reception desk to get the paper, you know, to wait for her to give her blood work. So we sitting out there, and while we sitting out there, the young lady gives us a card for her next appointment, and it's 3 weeks out. I said, "Oh no, he said he want to see her next week pending the results of these tests." "Oh, okay, no problem. Hold on." Now she don't speak no English, but I figured out what she said. Okay. We sitting out there. She go get her lab work. They go amongst themselves. They figure it out while we getting lab work. So when we come out, and then she gives me a card for the next week. Yes. I'm like, okay, cool. They fixed it. So she has an appointment for the next Wednesday. It was a 1 week out. That's exactly what he told us he wanted us to do. Why? The day of her appointment, they canceled the appointment. The 1 week appointment, they canceled it the day of the appointment, and they don't reschedule her. Now, mind you, it took us 3 days to get the first appointment, and calling is a joke. So before I could get off work, they called her back. They called her back and scheduled an appointment for her for the next week, I believe. But her primary doctor is not available. Now I'm concerned because according to her paperwork, only her primary doctor can refer her. So I'm like, okay, at this point we don't have no choice. We got to go see what they're talking about. So that was the appointment we went to today. We see the person she was supposed to see is supposed to be a lady. She wasn't there today, so we saw a man. He's like, "Oh, my English not so good, but I'm gonna try." We like, okay, no problem. Go ahead. You know, we'll work with you. It's fine. He was very, very nice, very professional. He explained everything. He took his time. He went through all of the lab work. He explained it perfectly. He told her, oh, this is good. This is it. Like, he did an excellent job. I will not say the doctors are not good. Excellent. I very much so felt like he wasn't rushing us out. Any questions that we had, he asked us. He stopped several times in the process, like, do you understand? Do you have any questions? Perfect. So I'm not saying the doctors aren't good. He said at the end of her things, he was very happy, which, as I said, he went line by line and explained what each one did. He explained, what level it should be at, where she's at, anywhere that there was concerns. So at the end of the appointment, he tells us, I want you to do labs because I want to look at this one number. I want to just double check it just to make sure there's nothing going on. I just want to check this level. So I need you to do labs again. And then I want to see you. I'm going to call you in a week if we need to give you a supplement based on this lab work. And I'll see you back in 4 months. Okay, cool. We go out. She do the labs. Easy peasy breezy. We finish. We go to the front desk to collect. Oh, he was sending her a referral to a dermatologist because she's still kind of itching. Because he said everything came back that she's fine. There's no allergy. So something is going on with the skin. Okay, no problem. He wanted to see a dermatologist. Okay, cool. So that's the only thing we're getting at the front desk. The appointment for 4 months out and the referral to the dermatologist. Find out, they give her a sheet with 11 doctor's appointments on this sheet. The lady says, you got to come back Friday. You got to come back Friday morning to see the dermatologist. And I'm like, I ain't going to be here. So while we waffling on how we going to get her to this appointment, I'm looking at the paperwork and I'm looking at these days. I'm seeing all these dates. And I'm like, you got 2 appointments in July. Every month is at least 1 or 2 appointments for the rest of the year, all the way to December. I'm sorry you can't really see me, but I got to get the story out while it's fresh in my head. So it's, like I said, it's 11 appointments on this sheet starting from Friday of this week. She had 2 appointments on Friday. One is a dermatologist and one was something else. And so I was like, what? And as I'm scrolling through the dates and the appointments and the doctors that she got to see, I'm like, what is all of these dates? What is this? And I see something about a MRI for a breast scan. I see dentist. She got to see the dentist on a certain day. So that raised a red flag because we go to the same dentist. I schedule her dental appointment with my dental appointment. So I'm like, why are you scheduling her to see a dentist? Got a date, got an actual appointment date for her to see a dentist in like 3 months. Got her an appointment to see a specialist about osteoporosis. She got an appointment. It's like 3 things on there was just lab works. Like 3 dates was to get labs for different things. And what was the other one? Oh God, there was something else on there. And I was like, what are all these appointments? And she's there, because they don't speak no English. So the lady's like, yes. I said, no. What are these appointments? She's not supposed to come back until 4 months. I said, okay, I see the dermatologist here. She said, yes, the dermatologist is here in this office. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm like, I don't know if we're going to be able to do Friday, but I'm looking at all these other 10 appointments on here that are scheduled. Because I'm like, well, if she just don't come to these appointments, if you have a doctor's appointment, you have to cancel that appointment within a certain time or they're going to charge you. At least my doctor, you can't not come to an appointment that you have scheduled. They might give you a grace period of 1, but you're not going to just miss 11 appointments. So I told the lady, so I'm reading through them. I said, we're not doing none of this. I said, she's going to come to the dermatologist on Friday. But the rest of this, no, cancel it. She's not doing none of those. So I told my aunt, you take this paperwork to your friend that works in the healthcare field. Have her look at it, see if anything on there that you should go to, and we'll reschedule that. But we're not doing that. They didn't schedule her out through the rest of the year. I'm like, how can you schedule me for a dental appointment? I haven't mentioned nothing about my teeth. My teeth are fine. I have a dentist. We literally just went to the dentist. We ain't even 3 months into our 6-month stint from the dentist. So I'm like, this is a money grab, because she had already told me when they sent her medications, they sent it from their pharmacy, and she said it was $12 for each of the prescriptions. They sent her like 4 or 5 prescriptions, and each one was a $12 charge. And she had made a comment like, this just a money grab. They want to take you off of they want to keep the money in-house. And I didn't think nothing of it, but then today it brought it home to me. I'm like, she's right. She's supposed to go see these 2 specialists. They refer her to 2 specialists outside of this network. They would not give her the referral to those specialists. They want her to see their specialist that's a part of that Mercedes group. So I said, I see. The dentist office is in there. Like, it's in the same waiting room that we was in for her to see the doctor. There's a dental office in there. So what they doing is, now I could be wrong. It might be this just how their system works, just to make it more efficient. But I feel like it is a money grab. And if you don't know, like, most older people, and most of the people in there was older people. These is all senior citizens. Let's be clear. Everybody that was coming to see a doctor was a senior citizen, in that since we've been coming, ain't nobody in there under 60. Nobody in the entire waiting room. They bring them in by the busloads. They're all seniors, mostly Hispanic. So, first thing that I think is, most seniors, they just don't know. If you give me a thing and tell me I have to come to these appointments, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to go to the appointment. They make it easy. They can, because the lady kept saying, oh, if she needs transportation, we can get her transportation. I'm like, no, she don't need transportation. We can get her here. But, you know, I'm looking at all these dates. So just think about that. Had I not said anything, my aunt would have went to all 11 of them appointments, including the dentist, which she did not need. And her insurance and her part would have been paid. I'm like, they know, you know, your insurance goes up in January. So they're going to get every penny they can out of her as a patient up through December, because that's when then she'll probably get a new insurance, right? So I said, you know what? These people got a racket going. It's a racket. I don't care what nobody say. It's clearly a racket, because 90% of seniors, they don't know. So if you give me a list of 11 doctor's appointments, they're just going to go to they're not going to question anything. They're just going to go. And especially if they don't have somebody with them advocating on their behalf. So these people just getting money. They just getting money. Because, you know, every time you go to the doctor, they getting paid. Whether you coming in there to give blood, or you just coming in there for them to visually look at you, the doctor office getting paid. So these jokers got a racket going. I'm just saying, if you got elderly family members, and don't let them go to the doctor by themselves. Even if they're like, my aunt is pretty much with, like, since this hospitalization, she's a little slower on her feet. But if they not mentally, like, able to, like, quickly suss out information, don't send them by themselves. You go with them, because these people will take advantage, honey. Because that's what these folks are doing. They taking advantage. They didn't say nothing. She just gave her a sheet with 11 doctor's appointment and just told her, be here Friday. Be here Friday morning. I'm so glad I looked at that paperwork. So that's the story on Las Mercedes Medical Centers. They started in Miami, but they up here in Broward now. So I can't wait to get her out of that network. So soon as open enrollment hit, we getting her the heck out of there. So yeah, oh my God, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Okay, that's it. Good night. I will see you tomorrow for the continuation of the 365-day vlog challenge.